Vance visited a U.S. military base in the Danish territory to stress its national security importance and criticize Denmark's leadership over the island. Here with us now is Danish journalist Anne Sofie Allarp. Anne, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning. So Vance's remarks focused on what he calls the ineffectiveness of Denmark in protecting the people of Greenland. We heard him say just that. Denmark's foreign minister has responded. He says he does not appreciate the tone of Vance's remarks. So how are Vance's comments being received internationally?
Well, the truth is, to us, it's been a series of shocks since the return of Trump to the administration, even before, from Christmas and onwards. So we're almost numb by now. But of course, I think everyone appreciates that this is a situation which is escalating also in terms of the rhetorics used by the U.S. administration. And that is very disturbing to us. We have a very difficult relationship. I think the Greenlandic would present it like this. It's a very painful relationship with Denmark. It's not a let's say Greenland is on a very strong independence movement, and they are seeking independence from Denmark. So it is a painful relationship that is being, in our minds, exploited by the U.S. And that is very difficult for us because U.S. to us is very important partner and ally.
Of course, it's a NATO ally. President Trump says a U.S. takeover of Greenland is necessary for national security, for international security. The vice president, we heard him underscore that. But you say the U.S. already has the access they need. We know we have 150 U.S. troops in Greenland. So can you further expand on that?
Yes, the Denmark and the U.S. have an agreement that was entered into in 1951, which is a defense agreement that gives the U.S. full access by land, by sea, to the entire territory, and in return, the U.S. and Denmark have a partnership in securing the area. And so we feel slightly confused. We know that we ought to have a bigger presence in the Arctic, but to be lambasted by the U.S. in this way, while the U.S. only have about 150, 200 people in one base in Greenland, is confusing to us. As I said, to the Danes, the U.S. relationship is so important. A lot of us have family in the U.S. I have a big family. Also, the coverage in the news of the U.S. is much vaster than the coverage of any other foreign nation in terms of what is going on and what is the political agenda. And we have been fighting and bleeding alongside the U.S. in many international conflicts. And so just to experience this turn and this very aggressive tone from the U.S. is extremely upsetting to us.
And we know Greenland is, of course, a territory of Denmark. I spoke to former Danish ambassador to the U.S., Carla Sands, about the rhetoric just a few days ago. I want to play what she said, and I'll talk to you on the other side.
Right.
The Prime Minister of Denmark is unfortunately trying to gaslight the Greenlanders, and I think giving them Stockholm syndrome, because Denmark abused the Greenlanders, and now she's saying, oh, the United States is, the enemy. The Danish Prime Minister and government is pressuring the Greenlanders. They're actually telling them negative things about the United States.
And I would love your response to that.
I think that's a very strong statement by Sands. We have, as I said before, a very difficult to the Greenlandish. It's a very painful relationship with Denmark, but we also have very strong ties. And many Greenlandic have family in Denmark. We have a big Greenlandic population here in Denmark. And we also have had a presence for 800 years in Greenland. So it's not. It's very difficult to just take Denmark out of Greenland or Greenland out of Denmark. We have very strong also cultural ties. We have also many shortcomings from the side of Denmark. We have not had enough respect for the Greenlandic culture, also the wisdom that the Greenlandic have.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.